Rebecca Wisniewski, and I'm a board member at the Open Pantry of Greater Lowell. Well, the Open Pantry of Greater Lowell actually started in 1981, making us the oldest pantry in Lowell. It was actually started by a group of churches that realized that there was a real need and wanted to provide food for people. We actually are now based at 13 Hurd Street. We're open Monday through Thursday from 9 o'clock until 12 o'clock, and on Wednesday evenings from 5:30 until 7. We're a community-based nonprofit. We have, each month we give we give food to an average of 1,500 people. Of those 1,500 people, about 180 to 200 are new to us each month. And we do that with a staff of 50 volunteer people and 1 part-time paid position. The mission of Open Pantry is to relieve hunger in our community. And I don't know if people are really aware of this. I think a lot of us who have food in our houses and you go to the cabinet, you feel, you know, like it would be hard to imagine that there are people out there without food. But the statistic is that there's actually a little more than 12% of the families in Massachusetts who are what are called food insecure, which actually means they don't have enough food to remain healthy. And what we do is we take the money that is given to us and we purchase food from area food banks, and we also send some of our volunteers to stores like Stop and Shop, which are very good about giving us donations of bread and any other items that they're going to give us that week. We work with Mill City Grows and the Walter Lewis Community Garden in the summer, and we get fresh produce. And they actually go out to other area farms and collect other produce that's given to us. And we work with a number of organizations, for example, the Weight Watchers in Chelmsford or Altrusa, and they give us, they do food drives for us, as well as there's a postal food drive that we always get a lot of food from them too, as well as, once again, area churches. We're very appreciative for the money that we get from HUD. We get about $8,000 from them, and we're able to leverage that into $100,000 worth of food. And the way we're able to do that is because we go to the Boston Food Bank, and we purchase every week, we purchase about 4,700 pounds of food. And from the Merrimack Valley Food Bank, we purchase 900 pounds of food. Okay, I'm so glad you asked that, because I actually write the newsletter for Open Pantry, and just before Thanksgiving, I went down to Open Pantry and I interviewed some of the clients as well as some of the volunteers. And I want to tell you some of the things that people said to me. There was one man who said to me, you know, I don't use the food pantry that often. I come here when I need it. Everyone here is so welcoming and they make me feel comfortable when I come. And I don't want to use it unless I need to, but it is such a comfort to have you here. Another woman talked to me, and she was actually very anxious. She wanted me to let everybody know that about maybe a little over a year and a half ago, there was a time when we were not able to get food from the Boston Food Bank, and there were actually days when we had to close our doors to clients. That was one of the most difficult times in her life, that she didn't know what she was just very anxious, and that was one of the things that when she found out that I was going to do newsletter, she wanted me to make sure that I told people how hard it was for people who depended on the food bank when they didn't have enough food. I was actually very touched by some of the volunteers, because there's one woman who volunteers and she said, I have COPD and I have depression, and coming here to the food bank is the one bright spot in my life. It keeps me going. It gets me up in the morning. Not only are we doing things for people who actually need food, and you know, some people need that food every single month, and others need to just have it occasionally. The people who are actually on the volunteer side are getting something from that too. I kind of think of what we do as people helping people. I think we're an organization that's basically a volunteer organization. Like I mentioned before, we have only 1 part-time paid position. We do have a big need right now. The truck that we have frequently is breaking down, but we really do need to raise more funds for that and for that truck. And you need to help us get that $100,000 worth of food from the food bank to 13 Hurd Street so that we can give it out to all the people who really need the food. And if you go to www.openpantry.org or look us up on Facebook, there's a way to donate. And we would so appreciate any money that could be donated. For every $25 that's donated to us, we can actually purchase the equivalent of 75 meals. And I just think that that's huge.